Thanks for having me. It's nice to meet you too. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been waiting so long to bring the album out. So I'm very excited. It's a relief. I think Lucid because of where I was while writing the album and where I am now. I think Lucid because I've gotten into some stage of maturity or another level in my life. So I think it's more knowing myself and liking who I am and just, or rather just, just really knowing myself and, what I want and what I don't want. The beginning. The beginning is the oldest song. And I started writing it for another project, a previous project. But it never, I'd never completed it. I think I started it because of, because something happened. And I went and wrote the song immediately. But I think it passed. And, the next day I woke up and I had forgotten the situation. And I think the song just laid there. And so when I was going through, the songs and voice notes that I had saved, and I said, I love this song. I've always loved the song, I need to get it back, to reawaken it. So the beginning is the oldest song on this record. I love all the songs. I always love My Dear. I love Happy People. I love Femimo. Yeah, I love the songs. They're very fun, but they're very, I think they're beautiful songs. I sang them, I wrote them, but I always just take time and listen. And each time I listen, I have I have tension. It's a wonderful thing if your song gives you that effect, because it really pulls a string inside of me. Yeah. Well, Lucid really is from real life, because I was in a relationship during after my last tour, and I wanted to pause for a bit. And so Lucid is writing from that experience, because I was experiencing things that I never experienced or never knew. You could say I'm a late bloomer, and so I was writing from that. But again, I always, on some songs, I still in the spirit of relationship and finding love and losing it. I was, having conversations with a few of my friends, and when they shared their stories, I felt I needed to write some, so I wrote some songs on this album from shared stories. Very hard, because I write mostly without knowing where I'm going. I write, it's always new. I never usually know exactly what I want to write about. Well, honestly, I have some notions of what I want. I hear stories, or I've, beginning, it happened right at the moment, and I needed to write about it. You see, so it happens like that. When I listen to something like my friend talking to me and about her story, about her heartbreak and all, and then I said, I feel so much pity for her. I wish I could help her, and I use songs that way. I said, okay, I'm gonna write a song now. What would it be? I don't know. So really, it just happens first with the guitar, and I start to almost like paint, But I somehow already know where I'm going. But the melodies, what I would say, I don't know. So I just let the chords lead me there. I think for me, a good song really, I'd love to say it's everything, melody, lyrics, but really for me, a good song is the lyrics, If I'm able to communicate what I'm thinking and I give it to my mother and I like that song, that's what it says. Oh, I feel it. Then, I have a good song. Or I give it to a friend who I know is very critical and she likes it or he likes it. I say, okay, that's a good song. Actually, that's a song. The beginning was a song that I worked with Patrice on, and the beginning was the oldest song on this record. I'd written half of it, and again, I just put it aside. And so when I met Patrice, it was such a good meeting with Patrice, and I was going through songs, and he listened and said, I like that song. I said, okay. And I told him the story, that I had written it for a while, but I didn't get inspired to continue because the reason for writing it had passed. And so with him, I started again. We started to write the song, and it really took it somewhere really new and really fresh with Patrice. So it was a very good meeting. I love Patrice, and I think this meeting really revived the song, took it somewhere else. It was very important to work with someone like Marlon B because Marlon is very, it's an analog, into analog and almost very organic, very simple. I didn't want an overtly produced album this time. I just wanted really the voice and bring it to the people. I didn't want anything covering my voice. And I thought if we were going to do this, we needed to do it very simply. So Marlon really was the right guy for this. He used a lot of equipment, a lot of vintage equipment. This was a purely vintage recording in almost an industrial looking studio in the middle of Paris, but it was very homely, very friendly situation. And this also, you see me hands on this project as well. I was very, very involved, from the beginning. Marlon, he's a guy who always wants to participate. He won't just leave the artist on the side, like, yeah, sure, okay, we do this together, and it was great. Yes, I go on tour, And that's the next exciting thing. It's been a while that I've been on the road for, for a long tour. So I'm gonna be doing the tour is gonna be kicking off in Paris in December in the Trianon, and then we're gonna be going to Lausanne, and and those are going to be the first dates for the tour. Yeah, oh, hopefully. We're still working. We don't have dates yet, but yeah, actually, we're coming to Berlin in February. Yes, thank you.